Bully boy Prince Harry is using his usual tactics to try and force the king into a meeting in London next month.
Once again, we find ourselves amidst a whirlwind of twisted narratives spun by the UK media. The latest spectacle? Dan Wootton's claim that Prince Harry is bullying the king into meeting him during his visit. The desperation to twist every move of Harry's into something negative is not just evident, it's laughable. Let's get our facts straight here. Prince Harry is crossing the pond for one reason, and one reason only: the Well-Child Awards. This is a cause he has shown unwavering dedication to for over 15 years. A charity that supports seriously ill children and their families, it is one of the commitments Harry has consistently held close to his heart. But instead of focusing on the real story, the work that Harry is doing with Well-Child, Dan Wootton seems to have pulled a plot from thin air. He peddles the narrative that Harry is somehow pressuring or bullying King Charles into a meeting. Let's call this what it is. It's not reporting, it's a game of make-believe. The irony of it all is that the very people creating these stories are the ones answering their own fabricated questions. They'll craft a tale about Harry wanting to force a meeting with the king, and then spend countless column inches explaining why the king should resist. All of this based on nothing but their own whimsy. The truth, however, remains unaltered. Harry is visiting to celebrate children and families who inspire us with their courage, not to engage in some imagined power play with his father. Let's not mince words here. Dan Wootton's narrative is simply absurd. It's a desperate attempt to paint Harry as an aggressor for attending a charity event he's been associated with well before his decision to step back from royal duties. It's a clear indication of just how far they'll go to tear him down. This is not reporting. It's a desperate attempt to create a dramatic spectacle where there is none. The tabloids may continue to spin their tales, but Harry will continue to stand for causes that truly matter, and that, no matter how much spin Dan Wootton tries to throw at it, is the reality. Let's set the record straight. Prince Harry is crossing the Atlantic for one reason only: the Well-Child Awards. This is not a new commitment for him. For over 15 years, he has been a dedicated supporter of this charity, which provides invaluable support to seriously ill children and their families. It's a cause that he is consistently committed to, showing a level of dedication that speaks volumes about his character. But what is the media focusing on? Not Harry's philanthropic work, not the inspiring children and families supported by Well-Child, but an entirely fabricated drama. They would have you believe that Harry is making this journey to pressure or bully his father, King Charles, into a meeting. This narrative, spun out of thin air, is not journalism. It's a fantasy, a game of make-believe that serves not to inform, but to mislead. The reality is that Prince Harry is a man of integrity who cares deeply about the causes he supports. His trip to the UK is about honouring the courage and resilience of children and their families, not about pursuing personal or familial agendas. He's not there to chase after his father or to stir up controversy. He's there to celebrate the real heroes, the children who inspire us all with their strength and spirit. And yet, the media continues to play their games, creating drama where none exists. They focus on imagined slights and supposed power plays, all the while ignoring the genuine good that Harry is doing. It's a clear case of selective reporting, of choosing to focus on controversy rather than content. The truth is simple: Harry's dedication lies with celebrating the courage of children and their families, not chasing after familial feuds. His actions speak louder than the media's words, and it's time we start listening to them. The irony is stark. The same media figures creating these stories are the ones answering their own fabricated questions. They are masters of their own game, spinning tales around mere speculation, and then proceeding to debate these very tales. It's a hilarious yet disturbing circus of misinformation. Consider the current narrative. They shout from the rooftops, "Harry wants to force a meeting with the king." Then they dive into an exhaustive debate, pontificating for what feels like an eternity about why the king shouldn't give in. All this spectacle, all this debate, based on nothing but their own imagination. It's like watching a puppet show where the puppeteer is also the audience, applauding their own performance. They create a crisis where none exists, then swoop in with solutions to the very crisis they've created. It's an endless cycle of self-fulfilling prophecies, and it's a disservice to the truth. What's more, this constant cycle of fabrication and debate distracts us from the actual story. While they're busy painting fantastical narratives, The real news slips through the cracks. The focus shifts from the substantial to the superficial, from fact to fiction. The real story here is Prince Harry's commitment to the Well Child Awards. It's about his dedication to support seriously ill children and their families. That's the story that should be told. That's the story that matters. But instead we're left with a media circus, a whirlwind of speculation and debate that obscures the truth. Let's not forget the ultimate casualty of this circus, the truth. While the media revels in their self-created spectacle, the truth gets lost in the noise. The real stories, the ones that matter, get drowned out by the thunderous applause of a puppeteer applauding their own performance. So, the next time you see a headline or hear a debate, ask yourself, is this the real story? Or is it a spectacle created by the media answering their own questions? All this spectacle, all this debate, based on nothing but their own imagination. This desperate attempt to paint Harry as an aggressor for attending a charity event he's supported long before stepping back from royal duties, it's just plain stupid. It's a sad day when the media, driven by their own desperation, chooses to focus on scandal and conflict, rather than the admirable charitable work that Prince Harry has consistently committed himself to. It's a clear demonstration of their eagerness to tarnish his image, to paint him as a bully, a rogue prince, rather than the dedicated advocate for the disadvantaged that he truly is. Let's take a moment to reflect on the absurdity of it all. Instead of highlighting the work of the Well Child charity or the bravery of the children and families it supports, they concoct a narrative of royal discord. They'd rather spin tales of Harry pressuring King Charles into a meeting than acknowledge the real purpose behind his visit. This relentless pursuit of scandal, this constant twisting of reality, only serves to show their true colours. It's not about reporting the truth, it's about creating a narrative that sells. They're so hell-bent on tearing Harry down, they've lost sight of what truly matters. The work he's doing to make a difference in the lives of seriously ill children and their families. And let's not forget that this isn't a new pattern. They've been at it for years, scrutinising Harry's every move, twisting his every action into a scandalous headline. But this latest narrative, this desperate attempt to paint him as a bully for simply attending a charity event, it's not just unfair, it's downright ludicrous. So as we watch Harry continue to stand up for the causes he believes in, let's remember to question the narratives we're being fed. Let's remember that the real story isn't about royal feuds or power plays. It's about a man dedicated to making a difference. Their narrative shows a desperation to tear him down rather than acknowledging his consistent commitments. While the tabloids are busy cooking up wild narratives, Harry is doing what he's always done, standing up for causes that matter. The reality of Prince Harry's commitment to charity work is unwavering, and it's a testament to his character. It's a commitment that has spanned over 15 years and shows no signs of slowing down. Prince Harry's dedication to the Well Child Awards is a shining example of this. This charity supports seriously ill children and their families, providing them with the help and support they so desperately need. For over a decade, Harry has consistently championed this cause, demonstrating his genuine care and concern for these families. This is the real story, the story that matters. This is the narrative that should be in the headlines, but instead, what do we see? We see a media circus, a whirlwind of rumours and speculation. We see Dan Wootton and others like him trying to spin Harry's noble efforts into something negative. They create a storm of controversy where there is none, a soap opera from a simple act of charity. Yet despite this, Harry remains undeterred. He continues to stand up for the causes he believes in, regardless of the noise. He navigates the media frenzy with grace and dignity, always keeping his focus on what truly matters. He's not swayed by the wild narratives, the unfounded rumours, or the desperate attempts to tear him down. In a world where sensationalism often trumps substance, Harry's commitment to his charitable work is a breath of fresh air. It's a reminder of what truly matters: compassion, service, and making a difference in people's lives. It's a testament to his strength and his character, and it's a story that deserves to be told. And so, while the tabloids continue their relentless spin, Harry will keep doing what he does best, making a difference. That's the reality, no matter how much spin people like Dan Wootton try to throw at it.